So today we want to look at these 3 points of view when we talk about starting a business. So the first one, it's your point of view. You want to start a business. That's well and good. The key question you want to ask yourself is, why do you want to start a business? What is the sole purpose of you wanting to start one? As I mentioned the other time, in 2 videos back, when we talk about starting a business, the sole purpose of doing so is that I wanted the freedom. I wanted the freedom that comes with it. I wanted the freedom for me to be able to pursue what I want to do, when I want to do it. And of course, with it, it also gives me the freedom to be able to, earn in terms of financial reward, and also how I spend my time. That's going to be incredibly rewarding. So that's the main reason for me wanting to start a business: freedom. So from your point of view, when you say you want to start a business, the key question you want to ask yourself is, why do you want to start your business? What is the sole purpose for starting a business? And let me chime in on this, that if your sole purpose of starting a business is just to make money, well, chances are you will not be very successful. All right, so you got to go beyond just making money. It has to be something else. It doesn't have to be altruistic, but it has to be something more than just making money. So that's your point of view. Now, the second point of view when you want to look at starting a business is from the business angle. So from a business angle, when you talk about starting a business has to make money. All right, and so if the business have to make money, there are 2 things that you want to think about. One is it feasible to do this? Yeah, whatever this is. All right, so if you're thinking of, well, I want to create a way for people to very inexpensively store and share their files, like people at the back here. In the background, you will see the office of Box.com. Yeah, so someone like Box.com, what you would want to ask is it feasible, for me to set up a system so that people are able to, in a very inexpensive manner, uh, share files across cloud in a secure manner. So is it feasible? Yeah. So yes, it is feasible because these days storage space, it's very inexpensive. The other thing is it viable? So there is storage space, but storage space could be really expensive. As I mentioned earlier, these days storage space are really inexpensive. So it's not just feasible, but it's also viable. So from a business angle, you want to say, can it make money? And yes, it can make money only when these 2 conditions are met. If it's feasible and it's viable. So that's from the business angle. Now, from the third angle, essentially, we're looking at from the customer perspective, the customer's viewpoint. So when we talk about the customer's viewpoint, there are 2 things that you want to look at. One is that, what is the pain? What is the pain that your business or your solution aims to resolve? Okay, so in the case of Box.com, the pain could be, well, I don't want to be carrying a thumb drive around because I might lose it, or I might forget, or I might drop it and it become you can't use it at all. So one of the things is that, what is the pain point from the point of view of the customer? What is the pain point? What is the pain that they have that your solution or your product is able to solve or resolve? And the second key question is, who has that problem or who has that pain? Okay, so you want to be able to identify what is the characteristics of the people who have this problem or who has this pain. So for example, people who carries around a thumb drive, they could be office workers who are mobile, who has to go from one place to another. They may not always be at their workstation, or they may not even have a workstation. And sometimes they may not even have access to their own computers. So someone who wants, or someone who has, so for example, a mobile worker, for example, that could be a group of people that have that problem. Or it could be college students, for example. Yeah, they need to save their assignments. They work on their computer, maybe in the lab, and then they go back to the dorm and they want to work on a computer back at the dorm. Usually they'll carry a thumb drive, but now with your cloud services, there will be no need for them to carry around a thumb drive, and they will be able to essentially, just use cloud as the solution. So a group of people could be college students. So what is that important? Not just identifying the pain point, because once you've identified the group of people, you will then be able to identify what is the profile, what is the archetype, what are the habits, for example. So if you look at college students vis-a-vis working executives, in terms of their purchasing power, in terms of their willingness to put up with free service but baggage services, which one is more likely to put up with that? So, for example, one might argue that a college students might be more willing to put up with free services, but a little bit buggy. Whereas someone who is a mobile worker might have very low tolerance for that because they use it for their professional work. So once you have that, you then have a solid plan to be able to write out, from the three point of view, from your point of view, why you want to start a business. From the business point of view, is it feasible? Is it viable? And then from the user point of view, what is the pain you're trying to resolve, and who has that pain? And now, before I sign off, just to give you an intro, this is the building that you see right behind me. This is the Redwood City Public Library, and it's a beautiful place, and also it has got a wide selection of books, interesting multimedia, and also tools for the children as well as adult. There is a nice, quiet, big reading room in there that you could use, and lots of selections of books. What's more, if you sign up as a member, you would be able to borrow up to 50, that is 50 books. And good news is that with effect of this year, teens and kids no longer have to pay an overdue fine should they forget to renew their loan books. So this is the Redwood City Public Library. We're dropping, we kind of brought our kids here today because today we kind of want to take things easier. So we brought them to the library, borrow a bunch of books, and we're going to check out some multimedia. And I myself have checked out 3 books. Yeah, and so this is I'm going to be reading, and of course, in it I'll be sharing with you some of the insights. All right, and so my name is Melvyn. Thank you for watching, and remember to ask yourself this question: does the money stop when you stop working? Join me to start, build, and grow a business that sets you free. This is Melvyn Tan signing off.